welcome back. After a week away with Japan making it through to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, it's back to business as usual in the J1 League. 4 sides still trying to notch their first win of the season. Let's see who gets it done as we go into Matchweek 6, right here on the J1 League Goal Zone. Shonan and Sanfrecce, half of the quartet searching for their first victory, went up against each other in Hiratsuka. Vissel playing host to Kyoto in the Hanshin derby, and the last team without a win, Consadole, would be looking to change that when they welcomed Urawa in Sapporo. Avispa collected their first win before the break and will be looking to get straight back to business in their clash with Sanga. The visitors were still unbeaten in the league, having played out their 4th draw of the campaign previously. A tight contest between 2 sides then, who'd drawn 7 of their last 10 games combined so far. Here's Reysol.
Seem to have sorted that out now. Crooks can restart play, looks to try and just go direct for goal. Irgu having to react to that. Coming across quickly. Well defended by Diego. Fukuta can help build again from midfield. Sent in by Horigome. Ita heads it down. Kikuchi back to Horigome. Plenty of power behind that shot. And Murakami having to make, I think, pretty much his first save was this match. First shot on target for Sagan Tosu. It was much better approach play. They were able to work it through the middle. You applaud the effort. The idea behind it as they come again. Avispa Crooks. It's fallen to Lukian. That's an excellent challenge. But Shun Nakamura is there. They won the ball back. First shot coming in. Oh, that might be chopped off now. The VAR has a look at it. The last touch was off Lukian. That's right, that's confirmation of that. It is the right decision. They've taken the time. There he is, and the last touch was off Lukian. Headed away by Fujita. Shichi drives that in. And that will be the final act of this match. In the opening 6 matches in the Meiji Yasuda J1 League, it ends 0-0 here at the Best Denki Stadium.
After picking up their only win of the season, Gamba had failed to produce another in their last 3. Their only consolation being they'd scored in all 5 league games. And they'd want that streak to continue against Nagoya, who are well known for their very stingy defence. Here's Jamitsi.
It's a good ball in. Takes a shot, and he gets it back in the net. It takes a deflection. Gamba Osaka get the lead, much to the delight of their fans. It was a lovely ball in. He's headed back that time on his right foot. Ura just playing it back and setting it up nicely for Soji, but it just took a deflection. Failed to win. 2 draws and a loss. Well, this is another attempt, and it's a great save. Great reflex save there from Langrak, but it was just needed to hit it on either side of Langrak, but once again he's failed to convert those chances. And well, he's onside now, Patrick, and well, can he convert this? It's a bit of a cute angle, and he gets the goal. He does get the goal, but well, the whistle has blown and it is offside. The flag was raised. Tried to get the ball to as much as they could. Nagoya, that is. As Gamba come forward, and Patrick just lurking there, looking up for the ball. Well, it's an own goal, but there have been appeals. And he'll be disappointed with that. But the goal, I think, should stand. It's a lovely ball in that time, and well, finds the likes of Yamami. Kurokawa with the goal, the third goal. And, well, Nagoya find themselves 3-0 down. Treat there with a lovely ball. Mami finding Kurokawa with a lovely finish, the top right. Did well to turn his head around to get that ball on target, but well, he's got a good opportunity, and they do pull one back. It is a goal now for Nagoya. Well, sloppy defending, but a good finish from Keiya Sento. Sees them pull one goal back. Well, just looking to get that ball away. Fortunately, it's won back by, well, great attempt that time, but you could say Ichimori was equal to the task. It's a great attempt. I think it might have just got a slight deflection, but a great save. And the referee looks at his watch, and will blow full time here at the Panasonic Stadium. It is Gamba Osaka 3, Nagoya Grampus 1.
Kashiwa seriously looking to challenge at the top with an impressive 10 points from 5 games, and will be much fancied in their contest against Jubilo. The visitors, with just 1 win to their name, will have their work cut out for them. 18 minutes in, and Kashiwa win the ball in midfield. Dodi lets fly from 30 yards, but the goalkeeper tips this one over the bar. The deadlock was broken in the 41st minute. Great work on the left-hand side from Hiromu Mitsumaru. His cross finds Matteo Savio, who heads that beyond the outstretched hand of the goalkeeper. 6 minutes into the second half, and Kashiwa once again working hard down that left-hand side. This time the cross finds Mao Hosoya, his effort over the bar. Just a minute later, and this time Kashiwa pressing down the right-hand side. Keita Nakamura puts a fine cross in. Sachiro Toshima, unmarked at the far post, volleys that one home with the help of a deflection. His initial contact looked like it might have gone wide. Two-0 down, and Jubilo once again sloppy in midfield. This time Hosoya picks the ball up. He runs through onto the goalkeeper. His shot just tipped onto the post though. Ryuki Miura keeping the score down to 2. It took until the 93rd minute for Jubilo to register their first meaningful effort. Kenyu Sugimoto playing the ball out towards the right, and when he continues his run to get the ball back, his header straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Kashiwa win this one by 2-0. Cerezo were kept busy smashing out a huge cup win during the break, and now travel to play the champions. Frontale were on a string of 5 undefeated, and it will take a huge performance from the visitors to pull off a win in Kawasaki. Glenn Mascarenas has your commentary.
And this looks like it could be dangerous, but oh, yes it is, on the rebound, straight in. Well, the woodwork won't deny him, that is for certain, and Cerezo get a breakthrough, and it is the captain, well, who comes to the party. Takashi Inui, well, right there at the right place at the right time, I'd say. Just a bit of a defensive slip-up, I'd say, on Frontale's part. A goal entirely exposed. That was safely by the lads at Cerezo. Hiroki Okuno will find Inui. It's been a while since Cerezo had possession. Stepping it up, it's Kato. Picked up safely by Yamanaka. Inui gets in the way, and that's beautifully done. Just gets the better there of the Frontale defender to slot that in. Well, angles it absolutely well. It's now 2-0, and Cerezo Osaka suddenly are beginning to look like the stronger team here today. That's another quick run. Here's Yamada, goes ahead, will get the better of Jungshin Rong, and that was so easy. He made it look so easy, but Hiroto Yamada, who missed out early on in the game, finally gets the third goal. It's now 3-0, and Cerezo Osaka are on fire here today. The defense just left open time and time again in today's game. It's not saying much for the defending champions in today's game. Oh, that could be a super shot, and yes it is! It's a brace for him as well, finally. Hiroto Yamada makes it 4-0, and it's his second of the game. And you try to think for yourself, is there anything else that can go wrong? That was just touch and go. And this is what I've been saying right from the start of this game, or right through it. This is really copybook football. He's worked hard, but he will get one in Marcinho. Well, that's just reward for all those passes and all those attempts that he made with his assists. And what a beautiful back pass there from Yu Kobayashi. Yuhan Nishio, defender. Frontale still going for goal. What a beautiful effort. But Kim Chin-yeon picks it up safely. And respect there for that effort from Kei Chen-en. There we are, full time in the Kawasaki Todoroki Stadium, and this certainly was a fabulous day at the office for Cerezo Osaka, the away team. And the full-time score, thanks to those amazing goals scored by the away team, it's Kawasaki Frontale 1, Cerezo Osaka 4.
A dominating performance from the Sakuras to thrash the leaders. Points dropped in Kawasaki and a chance for the challengers. Find out if they inch closer to the top when we come back. Thanks for watching the one and only J1 League Goal Zone. We do our best to keep you entertained with all the match action from the top league in Japan. It's Matchweek 6, and the next fixture on the cards, a bottom-of-the-table showdown along Sagami Bay. Shonan's poor start to the season seemed to mirror their woes from last year. Still winless and sitting at the bottom of the table, they faced a Sanfrecce side who were also hunting for their first win. Both clubs desperate to claim victory then, with little to split the pair. Sanfrecce had the better of the first 45 minutes. Midway through the half, Tsukasa Morishima advances. He lays the ball off to Tomoya Fuji. His shot from the edge of the box palmed away by Kosei Tani in goal. Their other chance of note came 2 minutes later. Shonan losing the ball here, and Tsukasa Shiotani takes his shot from outside the penalty area, but this one well wide of the upright. It took an hour for the first goal to come, and when it did, it was the visitors who went ahead. Fuji with the ball wide on the right, his cross going behind everyone except Makoto Mitsuta, who was hanging around the back, just biding his time before striking home with his right foot. A goal to the good, and Sanfrecce now had the confidence for some cheeky stuff inside their opponent's penalty area. Shiotani with the final shot, denied though by Kosei Tani. One last chance for the equaliser fell to Shonan in the 89th minute. Akimi Barada letting go from the edge of the box, dragging it wide though. Sanfrecce get their first win of the season. From the bottom, we move to the top of the table. The Antlers making a superb start, having picked up 4 wins in 5 games, and would prove difficult to beat once again as Shimizu came to town. Just 1 win for the S-Pulse so far, and Kashima were likely to come out tops in this one. It was all about the Antlers in the early going. Ikuma Sekigawa sending the ball forwards, one Alano running onto that, his shot smothered by Shuichi Gonda. Early in the second half, the home team thought they'd got the opening goal. The ball finds its way into the box. Alano gets his head to it. Yuma Suzuki challenges with the goalkeeper Gonda and puts the ball in the net. VAR though showed that Suzuki was in an offside position. No goal. 16 minutes later, having been denied at close quarters, Suzuki set up his teammate Yuta Higuchi from long distance. Gonda making the save once again. Then, very much against the run of play with 20 minutes to go, Shimizu found themselves a goal ahead. Rion Yamahara finding space on the left, setting up Benjamin Kololi for the header. It takes a meaty deflection beyond the goalkeeper's arm, and it's 1-0 to the visitors. But it only took the Antlers 8 minutes to get back into this one. Yuta Matsumara with a pinpoint cross, and Suzuki, this time fair and square, puts the ball over the line, and it's 1-1. The contest would be decided in the 93rd minute, and it was man of the match Suzuki who had a big part to play. A curling pinpoint cross finds Ayase Ueda, who rises high and steals the 3 points for the home team.
Yeah, first of all, I'm happy that we won that game, but yeah, it's very special. The third time I 1-0 behind, and at the end we won, but we can't be all the time 1-0 behind. It was a tough game, very tight, and yeah, we were very lucky that we scored in the additional time, and I'm happy for everybody.
Vissel recently parted ways with manager Atsuhiro Miura as the club continues to struggle, looking for their first win. Up against Kyoto next, and with their derby opponents without a win in their last 4, a chance to claim victory and salvage some pride in Kobe. 35 minutes for the first decent chance of the game to be registered, and of course Andres Iniesta was involved. That cheeky back heel from the edge of the box, setting up Hotaru Yamaguchi. Here in the 49th minute, Iniesta gets the ball taken off his toe by the defenders, who then go on to make a series of mistakes. Ryo Hatsuse with the final shot, and it takes 2 defensive touches before crossing the line for the opening goal. 5 minutes later, and they almost had a second. From the corner, Ryuho Kikuchi's header, well saved by Naoto Kamifukumoto. But just a minute later, and Kyoto were attacking at the other end of the field. Takuya Ogiwara makes his way into the penalty area, gets a fortunate return, and slams that one home for the equaliser. Not content with that, 3 minutes later, and Kyoto were at it again. This time it's Ogiwara in a wide position. His cross is fumbled by Hiroki Ikura, and Takumi Miyayoshi thumps that one home for a 2-1 lead. With all of that good momentum, Kyoto were now looking for a third. Here in the 73rd minute, Peter Utaka, with some wonderful work, finds Tema Matsuda, and he's denied by Ikura's face. 2 minutes later, and Utaka at the centre of things again, takes a touch, goes for goal from distance, it takes a deflection and out for a corner. But their efforts would once again be rewarded in the 94th minute. Great strength from Matsuda down the left, and Fuki Yamada takes this one on the full, putting an exclamation mark on a big derby win for Kyoto. 5 draws in succession, and although Consadole were unbeaten, they'd want to start turning those draws into wins as they remain parked in mid-table. Sitting higher in the league, Urawa picked up a win before the break, but a 100% loss record on the road this season puts the advantage in Hokkaido's favour. Here's Reece Roshan Rai.
On the counter, Mawatari out wide to Moberg. How he gets it back. Assistant referee has raised his flag. The referee that there was perhaps a handball. That's the right call. It's connected with his arm. The penalty has been given. Yeah, he does. Coolly, calmly, slots that one into the back of the net. From Kaneko on that occasion. And Urawa can break. Moberg. He's got Juncker. He's got Osaka on the far post. Plays it to Juncker. Sugeno, what a save from the veteran goalkeeper. First time on the outside of his left foot. Wonderful reactions from Sugeno. Still holding firm defensively. Trouble too much, but can Suga change things up? Clipped into the box. Could this be the opportunity and the opening? It is! Takuro Kaneko gets the home side back on level terms. And he's able to just work that little bit of space that he needs to get a shot away. And a 2-0 win. The 3rd of November 2020. Oh, challenge from Arano. That looks like a bad one. Well, I think he's made his decision. It's a straight red for Takuma Arano, and I don't think he can have too many complaints about that. The moment the VAR picks up on that, has a look at that, there's no way you can't. He has to go, and he has gone. And Urawa can break. Sekine, Akimoto wants to get it on his left foot. He's able to find Koizumi. There's an overload on this far side! Oh, that was a chance for the winner, Ataru Osaka. What an end to this match we've had. David Moberg opening the scoring for Urawa, but that equalizer from Kaneko, making sure that both sides take a point away from this match.
Our final match from the weekend, Tokyo heading to Yokohama on 3 straight wins and brimming with confidence. The Marinos had been terrific going forward, and with the most goals scored in the league, will be getting all up in the blue and reds business. And they certainly started well with just 8 minutes on the clock here. A deep cross from Katsuya Nagato and a huge leap from Takuma Nishimura puts them in the lead. But just 4 minutes later and Tokyo would be back on level terms. Hard work from Diego Oliveira, pressing successfully, dispossessing Kota Watanabe, laying the ball off to Shuto Abe, who with the goalkeeper to beat makes no mistake. More defensive frailty from the Marinos in the 21st minute, but despite 3 bites of the cherry from Kazuya Kono, Oliveira and then Adalton, they can't make it pay. Early in the second half now, and Kota Mizunuma breaks down the right-hand side for the Marinos. Anderson Lopez is on the end of his cross, gets the merest of touches, and that's beyond Jakub Sloik's right arm. 2-1 now. Sloik, though, would do much better 6 minutes later. From the corner, Lopez rises high, and Sloik gets that right arm of his up to touch the ball over the bar. 2-1 down, and with 16 minutes to go, things got worse for Tokyo. Kuryu Matsuki's second yellow card means that he was sent off to the showers early. Tokyo finished this with 10 men and no points. A look at the results. A second win for Gamba as they beat Nagoya. Kashiwa defeated Jubilo at home by 2-0, and Cerezo went on a rampage in Kawasaki, demolishing the leaders 4-1. A stoppage time victory for Kashima over Shimizu, and Kyoto with a big win after coming back from a goal down to beat Kobe 3-1 in the Hanshin derby. No changes at the top of the table, but Kawasaki's lead now cut to a point, with the Marinos behind in second. The Antlers and Reysol are still keeping the top 2 honest, both sides with 2 games in hand and the chance to jump ahead when the time comes. Consadole still undefeated in the league, but 6 draws and no wins sees them in the bottom half of the table. First win for Sanfrecce, that lifts them out of the relegation zone, while Nagoya take a big drop into 14th on 5 points. Vissel and Shonan still without a win and take their spots at the foot of the table. Another week of football in the bag then, and before you know it, we'll be back in a few short days to bring you another round of action. Until then, my name's Steve Dawson. We'll see you next time.
ฝากติดตามกด Subscribe ช่อง YouTube J.League International ด้วยนะครับ
Like, subscribe, get push notifications.
Like, subscribe, push notification.